Tom Shelloways with Night Train Pickleball, and today I want to talk about a little drill that I do in a lot of the beginner clinics and a lot of beginner lessons that I do to start working on some footwork, some awareness, especially when you're at the no volley zone. If I start you here, then it's easier as you move back to incorporate this as well. But it's really working on a few things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my assistant here toss me a ball. So here we go. So the big thing to keep in mind here is that I'm catching the ball out in front of me, okay? Right out in front of me, about in the middle of where I am. This is where I want to play the game. So first of all, I want to play the game out in front of me, and then I'm playing this ball in front of my body, right? Okay, so here's what I see a lot of. Okay, so I'm gonna toss one here. So what I see a lot of is players reach over and play the ball here. Okay, so one thing you have to remember in pickleball is I want to play the ball in front of me. So if I'm catching the ball out here, it's actually beside me, which then is like playing the ball behind me. This is where a lot of pop-ups happen, is when you start catching the ball beside you instead of in front of you, okay? So this is also somebody who doesn't move their feet, and we want them to start getting in the habit of moving their feet, not unnecessarily, but to not also be stuck in concrete, right? We want them to move their feet. So we're gonna do the same thing, right? So then I'm gonna move my feet and get behind the ball to keep the ball in front of me. One of the rules I like to do, I like to teach, but I also do myself, is I like to play the ball between my feet, okay? So a lot of times I'm trying to play it like right in front of my belly button, all right? But it's also not bad if I play it off the front of my foot. So even though it's not technically in front of my body, but it's in front of my foot and I'm playing it, then that allows me to keep the ball in front of me, right? So if I reach out here and I grab the ball and I'm playing the ball right here beside me, that shot clear across court, if that's the one I need to hit, now it's not a possibility or very unlikely, okay? But if I get behind the ball and I play it here, now the whole court is still an option. I can hit the ball anywhere I need to in the court, right? So then again, then if we go to the other side here, right? I'm moving my feet to get behind the ball. Now again, I have options, right? Instead of playing that ball beside me, I'm reaching. Now I'm stuck to what part of the court I'm limited to. And good players will see that if you don't move your feet and play, the ball in front of you, you're reaching out to get it. They know that you likely view hitting this part of the court is very small, so then they will shift over and only cover the part of the court that they know that is a higher percentage, because you've cut yourself down how much court you can hit. Both of them will cover that part, and then it becomes very hard to do anything other than hitting a reset, right? Okay, so that is playing the ball out in front of you, but also learning to move your feet. So we'll do drills where you just toss it and they'll catch it, and then I'll start tossing it over and they'll move over to catch it and come back, move over, catch it, come back, right? So we just start moving our feet and learning to make that part of what we do, right? So it's one of the warm-ups that we do before we actually start getting into the ball. All right, so I hope that helps you and adds another drill to your drilling session. Again, Tom Shelloways, Night Train Pickleball. We'll see you in the next video.